full disclosure, this is not a live episode. There are a little few tech issues dealing with my Twitch account, and you may notice from the sound being a bit different that I'm using my old setup. Couple of reasons for that. They should be ironed out relatively soon, so don't worry about it. In the meantime, I need to record this episode to make sure we get up in time. Okay, so as you may remember from the last episode, we have just recently managed to gestate a live viper in our gut, which is the next stage of our spiritual evolution, of course, because as you do. And we are currently zipping through what we're going to be doing next. Now, we need to get to the Curtium in order to be able to do the sacred dance, the Morris dance, basically, over that zone. And we're going to need a better crew than we have right now. So I'm going to concentrate on building up the cult. Now, I might take a side road, however. You see, the thing is that I do have enough of a cult to be able to do the pretty basic runs here. And while that does going to increase my notoriety, and we've eternally going to get this guy after us because we've got so much mystique coming up from our dancing and painting that we're going to have to get rid of the notoriety. Fortunately, we can get rid of one notoriety every time we change locations, and I do want to get the bookstore to help me increase the lore. Yeah, the lore doesn't have to be huge for the dancer, but I need a level 6 lore in order to be able to get through the stag gate. I need to get through the stag gate to get the higher gates, etc., etc. You know how this treadmill runs. Anyway, so first things first, let's grab an occult scrap so we can talk more to see if we can recruit more gullible individuals to join our cult. I've got a restlessness active, but I don't think I'm going to get rid of it in time. Fortunately, I did not have it in time to do the dancing, so we could end up with a dread, which, of course, hopefully, we're not going to be... Yeah. Silence. May or may not. Now, I'm starting at normal speed per usual until I warm up, but we'll get there. Okay, so, first things first... I need to empty out the auction house of anything useful. Okay. Okay, health's back up. Passion's up and running. Okay, decisions. Alright, so what have we got here? This is Delibirus Mutorum. Yep, basically it's a book. I want it. I've got enough funds to be able to get through most of the... You think you can have a maximum of 3 funds when it comes to doing the... There we go. Alright, so inspired work. We got a jumble and another mystique that our good stalker there we'll get rid of. And we have just enough time to do this. Now, it means we will, of course, have to beg for our job back, but I honestly don't mind doing that. I have enough cash at the moment to be able to take that sort of delay in getting it back. And you know how it is. We're getting spacey, kind of, as a inspired exotic dancer. It's our current job title at the moment. Anyways, so let's see. And boom. Silence, by the way, means nothing happens. And there goes the next mystique. And yep. We're combining to get the level 6 lore, basically 2 and 2, make a level 4 lore, 4 and 4 make a level 6 lore, because that is how math works in this game. Alright, so nobody bid against us. We've got this book, which we will read eventually, but oh my god, we just have so much to study here. Now, if I do the side trip, I'm pretty much aiming to get the textbooks to get to the higher lores, to at least level 6, which I can do from the 2s. But again, it's going to cause time and risk. There, he's apparently done for the day. Huh. Do have one person who could possibly burn away old lore, and I do have the option, of course, of always, if I've got the work slot open, being able to paint it. This indicates to me that I'm not going to be getting the police attention for the 59 seconds we have remaining here, 50 seconds or so, and that's going to give us a little bit of time to take care of things. So what say we see what we can see in the city. Health is good, except for the scars, of course, we have just in our body of metaphysical damage. But hey, that's what happens when you dabble with the forces of creation. Sometimes you get burned. There we go, with the stag riddle. Now, in order to get there, we have to have a level 6 lore. So, the thing is, usually, let's see if we get lucky. Alright, so... stag riddle. dream on it. Let's see. Level 6 lore. It's not moth. It's not heart. And it's not secret lore. Okay, so basically we're going to get a random dream unless we get that lore in time, which I doubt we will, because it takes so long to combine lore in this game. All right, so what else we got? Pretty much doing okay at the moment. Boom. All right, so yeah, we'll have to beg for our job back. All right, so, and contentment. Well, I could have gotten rid of the dread the normal way that way, I suppose. Okay, so yeah, beg for the job back, because we always want to have our options open. And like I said, we got the cash, so I have to worry about it. We might. Oh no, we're not going to get that in time. Darn it. Problem is, we've got another entire 30-second cycle, so we're not going to get the lore in time for the dreaming possibilities. Doesn't really matter, it'll be level 4. Oh gods, there we go. Next one up is dread. Well, it's a good thing we got rid of that. Dread lasts like forever. And another contentment. Alright. Oh, a Heeb? I don't know if I want to do the Heeb. It does give me some decent level 6 lore, but you always have the question of what you're going to be doing with it. Now, standard dance, do some painting, work on the mystique. We got 43 seconds. Yeah, the best thing we could do is probably our standard dance, because if the cop comes around, we might have just enough time to be able to grab any bad reputation, like the mystique, and get rid of him. Okay, so the fields of sleep roll around. We have, one of our death cultists, which is, you know, the winter cultist. Death is winter, after all. So yeah, let's talk to her about this sacred doll and get her initiated in our little cult, as it were. I think we can, yeah, safely start doing fast forward. All right, so finally got that down. The erudition's not going to last, so we're going to need to be able to have another one of those. Now, the field of sleep, I dream of curios. Guess we're probably going to get fascination on that. Oh, no glimmering. Oh, not bad. Okay, passion. Get things together. Alright, so for me dreaming, might as well dream of something useful. Alright, so we have initiated Violet, and now we shall make her a true disciple of our cause. I like to talk like a cultist when I do this game. That single-minded fascination with obsessive knowledge and power, just easy to pull off. Alright, so we got an opportunity. Let's hit it. And the next time around, fascination trap. Forewarned is forearmed. Alright, so the Heeb is the first one we get for randomness. That one's kind of interesting, because it will give me, don't think I'm actually set up for it though, it will give me a bunch of level 6 documents that I'll have. Sanskrit probably is the language I'll need to have before I do that, just from experience. Let's see. Alright, so we've danced the night away, and now we have to decide what we're going to do with the day. Oh, we've got all the mystique. Why not just keep going with it? Alright, the purpose, however, standard dance. The influence shall be... What do we have anyways? Glimmering, I guess. That's all we got left. Okay. Okay. Erudition will allow us to combine this to level 6 lore. Alright, boom. Restless is obviously not what we want. Oh, well, you know. It's a thing. Apparently we're very imaginative. And just take a nap. Should probably just get rid of that jumble as well. Best we'll probably just get a 1 fund for it, but hey, 1 fund is 1 fund. And Violet is our disciple of the night. Not a vampire, just really into, you know, looking after dead people or dying people. She is the hospice worker one. Alright, so back to searching for gullible, desperate people to join our cult. Just, you know, you don't really get the balanced ones. People who are having a really great time with their lives just do not find the fascination of exploring lore that can melt your mind. But, you know, it's kind of a shame. It should be an equal opportunity sort of psychosis. Alright, so another health. And the usual. Mystique and some cash. Although one of them was a bronze spincher, up to 4. Good lord. Speaking of which, might as well toss ourselves back into the underworld. Never know what we might find. And we'll do our day job. Stretching the health out a bit, because we have the scars we cannot use. For any purposes other than dancing, as our body is becoming more and more attuned to simply being used as a vessel for mystic power, and less, you know, being human. Alright, that'll give us level 6 lore, which means we start looking for the other ones. Now, we didn't get any money for that one, but I still am looking for that darn newsreel. Alright, so what have we got? Sanskrit reader, I think we already got that. Yep, so we can let that one pass through. Ooh, there we go. Another compatriot. And another opportunity. Okay. Getting another restlessness soon. That's been reset, which will allow us to paint the restlessness away, again, in these continuous cycles. Okay. You go up there. Now... Okay, so finally we got to something interesting. It turns out that I do now have the cult up to the point where I can do Kersham Run. Also, however, I have something else in mind too. St. Agnes Hospital, but we'll get into that. What's what I needed for the level 2 tier, but we'll get into that in a moment. In the meantime, let's get to the next level of what we need to be doing. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is that we need to send ascending. Well, you know, kind of in the name right there. If this expedition succeeds, the I that is not I will be there to perform the forms. If you succeed, you'll reap the usual rewards and progress your change succession. Essentially, the sacred dance we're going to have to do in the Shire, aka the English countryside, is probably going to be the equivalent of a Morris dance, which is an ancient fertility dance, remnant of one that's still done to this day in rural England, and which celebrates the coming of spring. So just, yeah, and get over it when we go over it. But in the meantime, what we do have to do is go through the regular mission too, which is kind of annoying, really. But the thing is we need to go through, I believe, Watchers, Locked Door, and Curse. Now, the first one, the Watchers, is going to be dealt with by my usual method of just stealthing. Slink along the street to the once fine townhouse. Sarah keeps the case, the back garden. Odd stories circulate with the woman who lives there. So we're going to be dancing in a public square with the ritual dancers here while other people are breaking into somebody's house, which just really sounds ungrateful guest behavior, really, truly. I know it's a limitation of the game itself, but considering how many changes they made for the Exile game, of course you've decided that you're going to be causing issues. Well, here come the cops, just as I decide to do something illegal. Isn't that always the way? Ooh, first right. Alright, so orange goes here. Nope, here. Okay, so, and the right. The assistant really survives unharmed. I don't feel like sacrificing my people for this one. It's not one of the rights I like to use the most. So, in the meantime, let's just keep going along. Getting through our little library. Alright. This will give us the rundown of what we need. The Watchers, which will be Fought, Seduced, or Deceived. We already got that running. The Fifth Eye Curse requires Heart or Winter. We have Heart running for us. There's the Guy's Viper. And the Locked Door, Warded Door. Forge will get through that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we need to start setting up for the other issues. So, first things first, let's start adding up to the Forge so we can get through the door when we get to it. Warded, not locked. Alright, so these are actually separate in the game. Let's see, what else do we want? We want more of this. Forget a nap, let's dream of dark places, like the underworld. Okay, so running through the expedition, and we're gonna have to worry about him. We might actually burn out Oh, whoops. We're going to be doing another mystique there. You may want to rethought that one. Okay, so against the Watcher's powerful deception. That one's already running, so we want to get the... Ooh, Tristan, I didn't put you up to the next level? Oh, this is my bad. This is my bad. We're only going to have a 70% chance of doing it now. But you live and learn, you know? We'll move on to the heart that we'll need for this one. For the actual thing. And it might just cost us additional material funds when you fail a locked door. It's not going to be wounded like you would the Watchers, which is, you know, would really suck. Okay, so we're just going to, by the way, see if we can burn off this mystique before we complete the expedition. So all we're going to do is our day job. You don't want anybody to think we're doing anything weird in some exotic club, now do we? Alright, I doubt I'll get Tristan through the initiation fast enough to be useful, but I'm certainly going to try. Oh, Tristan, I can't believe I neglected you. I feel so sorry. Alright. And boom. Erudition and Smith's Secret. That's level 2. Mystique goes up here. Erudition. Just keep tossing things in. Alright, so the deception works. Excellent. Always good not to have somebody wounded. Alright, so... Oh, fascination. Why do you do this to me? Alright, so we don't have anything to get rid of it with, though. Interesting. Hopefully... Yep, notoriety next. And might as well. If you're doing nothing else with it, might as well do something with it. Ooh, restlessness. I'll turn to dread, which I can use to cancel out the fascination. So that's not as bad as it might seem. I'll put the erudition in its usual place. And just keep dancing. Ooh, expedition continues, so we want to throw in our other heart person to make it a 90% chance of getting through the curse, because I hate that curse. Removes one of my passion cards if I fail it. Ooh, and we managed to do it in time, so you will be helping me out. In fact, let's say, since the curse is usually the last obstacle, let's just fix that, shall we? And put him in place, just in case. Oops. Take a nap, and... Slee. Let's have you dance to the doll. I know, it's just a lot of spinning plates. Boom. Erudition and... that secret. Half tempted to do a combination there, but not gonna have chime, so... Let's see what we got here. Oh, translate from Latin. Translate from Greek. Oh, guess we're doing some translating. Boom, go. Alright, so heading towards the forge. This will give us all of 6 people we need for the expedition. Okay. Now, if you have an opportunity, you really should look up Morris dancing. It's absolutely fascinating. That's still going on to this day. I mean, there's even another particular type of ritual dance in which there's a myriad, which I know I'm pronouncing correctly, which is essentially a skeletal horse in a row, which resembles, if you were here for the Grail one, that marionette monster that we kept feeding our cultists to. So... who is essentially greeted at every goes to the neighborhood, gets greeted, and has to be met with ritually in order to preserve your luck for the year. Essentially, it's kind of a last remnant of an ancient ritual to appease the dead or the evil spirits that guard over it. Yep, we blew through the door, so they wouldn't haunt you. That's also the reason why, of course, we had to have costumes in Halloween. The original practice is during the Halloween, the day when the veil was the thinnest, the people then decided to disguise themselves so they wouldn't be, you know, noticed and followed back. The dead would probably think they were one of them. If you can't escape the monsters, pretend to be one of them. Boom. Alright, and we do it again. Books are fascinating if you have the time to do so. Logistical difficulties, more funds. Can't send a follower in that particular run, so you got to make sure which one you've got. You can accidentally screw it up if... Alright, there we go. If you put in a follower when you can only use a fund, so make sure you know which one it is. Fleeting remembrance. Ugh. Alright. Back into the underworld. Should really just have an opening. Have Teresa to set aside part of the tent for us. We're there so often. Okay, boom. Not going to be looking for any followers because that would twig off the cop, and we're trying to avoid that. Okay. Don't screw up the curse, guys. I hate it when you do that. Vitality's dropping on us again. And now I can do this. Just keep dancing. All we are is a harmless little dancer. Nothing to do with that exotic club with those mystical rites. And erudition. Got a lot of that too. In fact, as to combine to them, work towards getting that increased reason, because we'll need that. Oof, that's actually a decent right. And we now can, if I really need 8. Okay, so yeah, pop it in. Fate's telling me to work on my mind. It's always a good idea. Last thing you want to do is go through life with the same knowledge every day that you had the day before. Come on, we're almost there. For truth. And a nap. How close are we here? Curse shrivels, thank gods. 90% chance, but these guys keep screwing it up. Alright. Treasures lie before us. The curse won't touch us. We finally get to have that ascension that we've wanted so desperately. Course of the heart. You are considering the evidence, which means I am free from you at the moment. And go back to my exotic dancing. Oops. Come on. And boom. Just dance. And try to tell people freaky truths so they'll follow us. Yeah, you always want to have people following you for freaky truths. Else, what's having a cult for? Alright. Disappointed cop stalker gone. Erudition. Okay. Erudition. Getting it. Yes, the way I have to do so is to learn by hearing it, so I actually put on the how to pronounce video and put it on the loop till I got it. I hope I've got it. It's hard to rewrite your brain when it's finally locked into a certain position. The last room. Nope, we haven't got to the dance part yet. And now I think we have. Name of the serpent, name of the sister. Remember, the sister, of course, the witch and sister is the dragon of the two. Serpents represent chaos and rebirth. On the topmost floor is the altar to the stun divided, which could be one of the many hours. Sweep the items into... Okay, that's the regular one we get for stealing. Still haven't gotten the dance one. Restlessness. We shall consume thee. Alright, let's go with getting rid of this first. I can't consume it any other way at this time. And boom. Subtle fracture is no good to me at the moment. Take a nap. Exciting nap action. Alright. Erudition. Again. Alright, so The name of the serpent. My serpent self has found the old dream where the name of the ants, the old mother Anguish, met with the daughter Dia who had a twin. Their parley is long ended, but I still learned the lesson. It's a little weird. I thought this would be one with the dream, with a dance one, like the Morse dancers or such, but it's just us finding an altar. Wow. And there's the standard stuff you get for doing so. It's actually random because it's the repeatable. But there's the notoriety we want to ditch. Are we going to have an issue with it? Nope, sickness. See, I'm not going to burn our one notoriety loss until I absolutely need it. So if I keep track of where he is, and I can either use the painting or, of course, to just eliminate it when he's about to pop up. Now, this is the part that's going to be what we needed. The integument surrender. The twins in the serpent war, and in that war I have learned how pain can be a gate. Okay, so yeah, we're going on keeping on the tradition I see of dance being a form of ecstatic agony as well as ecstasy, seeing how far you push your body. But you notice the image here is of us outside of this symbol of fire and our shadow, essentially burning ourselves away until there's nothing left but our shadow. Anyways, next time the cycle comes around, that will produces the season of exotic cravings, the ones we usually get restless on, we will more than likely be able to switch to level 3 and move on to the next expedition, which I will get from Sumatra very soon. But in the meantime, I'm thinking about St. Agnes's Hospital. Once we're done with the notoriety issue over there, which I think we'll actually try dumping on with one of my heart cultists, I should do so. Now, also, I want to get up here to get the pigment, the heart pigment, to be able to create the painting with the level 4 imagination skill. That will allow us to be able to, once we have 8 lore, as you see, we're actually moving towards here for heart, we'll be able to get our cultists up to 10 heart, become exalted, which of course is going to make it a lot easier to get rid of the reputation. So it's one thing at a time, though. Let's see. Oh, in the meantime, gotta still looking for that damned film reel. Is that what we got? No, but I could use that collection of essays. All right, finally they get to take some of cash from me. Put the health back. And back into the underworld, I guess. I mean, you've got nowhere else to go. You might as well just go there, right? And we'll have to beg for a job back. I'm getting used to begging anyways. Hanger on. Okay, so probably to pop up some smoke was an issue. We also got a level 4 edge tool, which we could use for summoning purposes when we actually have the ability to do so. And there's the Book of the Centipede. Yep, we're going to be doing a lot of reading. In the meantime, dance with the doll. Become my loyal pawn. Contentment and begging. Ain't too proud to beg. Okay. So hopefully, what do we got here? Yes, next time around we'll advance the next level. And collection of essays. Ooh, it's going to make advancement a lot easier. In the meantime, still looking for that damn film reel. And there it is. I don't care how much cash, I'm taking it. Okay, and let's combine these two. See if we got to level, 3. Alright, so another pawn, always good. And do we want to, we want to pop out more smoke, as it were, just in case. So let's grab another cultist. Alright, so we got our job back, but in the meantime, we can take advantage of the situation in order to be able to dance again. But I don't have a spare influence at the moment. I will in just a second, though. So in the meantime, reset the counter again. There you go. Always double checking. don't want to miss any detail in this game whatsoever, or he's going to come back to haunt you. Favor from authority. Doubt I'll need it, but always good to have. And nap. Boom, stum. They finally got the damn ritual. Always love the influence ones. Alright, so... yeah. We should probably talk to her about where we're supposed to go next. Alright, so... glimmering. Things back in place here. Don't want things to get too messy. And my 1 vitality just hanging in there. Boom. Here we go. Exotic cravings. Boom. That's going to take us to the next level. Grab the extra passion. The passion here. The skin I bear shall grow too small, and I must now abandon. Must begin to abandon it. I will need to send a part of myself to learn how. Okay. So, wait for that dance to get through. Alright, so 115. So let's use one of the essay books to get us the third one. So it's always nice we have so many. Want to save these for the dance when we come through here. So yeah, just the regular dancing. Whoops, wrong one. Silly me. Intercom surrendered. There we go. Alright there, level 3. My skin is peeling in patches, and beneath it I am darker, but my eyes are brighter. I carry a sea pearl in a secret place. Probably don't want to know where. Sometimes at night I hear the sea. Sometimes in the morning my sheets are marked with blood. That's us coming with one with the sister, because this is associated with the sea, blood, and of course the shedding of skins. So, once we've got that, we'll get the dance up next. I think we've got enough power to do the dance. It gets harder and harder, need higher and higher levels of heart to be able to do these things. Okay, let's not get distracted. Finish. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Wrong place, missed it. Oh, sigh. Oh, fine. Enter the woods. Just because you say so. Apparently I was getting lonely for them. Boom. Next level of reason. Not that I'm being a terribly reasonable person in this run. After all, honey people really want to shed their skin. And let's see how close we... Yep, the cop is next. So we're going to be able to... Knew it would be that way. Going to have to put in our temporary headquarters. And... Oops. And change premises to get rid of that 1 notoriety. But, you know, there's always a price. Simultaneously, let's talk to Sulachana in order to figure out where we're going next. There we go. For the next dance after that. Alright. And boom. There's the cash. Show me the money. And now, finally. Okay. Use the change. Great work. Attainment of desire. Okay, boom. I think this is going to do it. Need an influence, though. Oh, guess we got a glimmering here. I dance with a single partner. I am cat masked. They are guised as a serpent. Each of my black-gloved hands is tipped with blue steel. If my serpent partner is too slow, I'll mark their skin. And I must beware of the fangs their mask bears for when we join for the kiss. Sensuality and danger seems to be the entire course of this game, but as you can see, 9 heart is sufficient to be able to pull this off. I will need more in the future. We'll get there. Waiting on circles to finish. It's like the entirety of the game here. And get that glimmering back. Alright, so the cop's back, but he's not going to find much. Okay, so nothing there. Alright. Boom. Next reason up. Oof. Let's just go all the way, shall we? Sometimes you should wait to get the stag gate because you can get erudition here. Okay. On the road to Entumbra. Here. This will get you to the last mile, and then you'll have to walk. Here's a little auberge cottage, basically. I used to stay at where I went, but then I burned it down. He lights a cigarette. Well, it's probably because she was smoking in bed. I mean, let's face it. That's kind of how I see her doing that. Boom. And now we finally have our headquarters. So that will get us through the more difficult transitions, as it were, in the combining lore. Speaking of which, we should get back to doing that. Okay, so yeah, everything seems fine at the moment. I guess we could do another one of these. I imagine she gets lonely. Okay, so let's get you into the initiation, shall we? And there. Okay, shite. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I accidentally hit it without thinking. Yes, basically, we finished the dance and we gained the guise of the cat. And I apologize for this run. But essentially, we build the ability to project, instead of a serpent out of our body, a cat by continuing the cat dance. So what happens is, essentially, during the dance, we devoured our old self, the serpent self. Not literally, mind you. I don't think we're involving a ritual cannibalism on stage quite yet, anyways. And by doing so, we absorbed it and moved on to the next one, which is the cat who walks by the night river where the black flax glows. Some part of you can roam in cat shape. Send it to accompany your followers to a place you can perform the dance you must dance. We got that one from Silachana over here, which means that we can do this. Now, in order to do this, I'm going to start with the most versatile people, which of course is going to be the moth people, and throw in the cat. Ooh, I feel so bad about skipping that one by accident. Well, it's becoming a full Let's Play at this point. Treasure seekers seeking the stones must penetrate the forest that conceals them, grapple the locals, revere them, and finally prepare to do some digging, even if they find a hidden door. Well, shall we? Let's go dance by the pale moon, with the devil by the pale moonlight, in the midst of the circle of stones, which, like, there's hundreds of those across Europe, where they mark areas where ley lines cross together, and these nexus points are considered places of power to do rituals, although much faded in these days, simply because a lot of them are not being tended to, and those that are tend to be tourist traps like Stonehenge, and that's probably not good for the sacred energies. All right, what do we got here? Expedition continues. We need Prowl Forest, which is moth. We've got that. 12 moth. 12 moth? Ooh, the cat's got 2 moth. I didn't realize that. That also gets us past the Watchers, but we'll need forge or lantern. And I've got plenty of lantern, so you guys are going. Alright, so yet another disposable minion. Always use more disposable minions. And we still have a full deck, so let's keep talking. Alright, so then we toss in another person, and that should be everybody that we need for our expedition. I'll be tossing in pawns after this point, so if we take losses, the chance it'll be nobody I care about. For truth, be combining those shortly, because we're gonna need to get to level 8 soon. Alright, so last reason, then we'll do all of the essay books and we'll have the next level. Standard dance, up and running. Nap. Whew, anything else? Probably not. Although, what's this one again? Lore. Ooh. And instrument. Ooh, could do some things with this. I need, however, enough more lore when it comes to winter to get the Maid in the Mirror up and running. Okay, so speaking of that, just keep the money rolling. Keep the money train rolling. Of course, I got to try to get rid of that cop, so we just hopefully burn all the mystique out. So no exotic dancing. Okay, light to the trees. We're past the first obstacle with the moth ability, which is less. All right, we have both lantern, which will let us see that, and moth, which is one with the darkness. Be both dark and light. Choose options. Alright, so that's just going to be a rumor, which is no good to me. Let's go. Back to the underworld. Expedition continues. Send a pawn. It is the one that says followers. Yep, send followers or funds. And always there's a use for pawns and that sort of thing. Red shirts. Or the... If you're the bad guy, are they red shirts still? Or is it only a good guy thing? I think they're mooks if you aren't a good guy. Or good girl in this case. Alright, so... Put these two together. Get the last level of that. Okay. Add another pawn. For the Watchers, get a 10% chance the Watchers will mess us up, and now it's, 1 in 4 chance it'll be somebody I don't care about. Anyways, well, I don't really care super much about most of the cultists, because, disposable labor and all that. But, rather not deal with having too many losses of people that are more useful. Pragmatism. That is the true way of an evil overlord. As well as dancing on a stage for money. They never really see evil overlords doing that, do you? I mean, how many evil overlords do you think are in the service sector? But that's the last place you'd look for them. I mean, the guy waiting the table may have a death laser. In that case, tip well. You never know when the near waiter is the next Doctor Doom. Okay, so... Yeah, we're double timing our health here. Okay, we managed to get past the Watchers, logistical difficulties, funds. Alright. Okie doke. Vitality, always good to have. I think we're still actually need one more level of strength, which is gonna be a grind because you don't have any books that will increase it for you. All right. More cash. Excellent. Another minion. Send him in. Shake your booty. Yep, we're slowly but surely increasing our funds even with their expenditures. And there's that. One more. And one more after that. Ooh, fascination. I'll have to get rid of it, which we can immediately. Don't want to get trapped. Yeah, unfortunately, your conversations can be, oof, yes, if I through the hidden door. Maybe this is the dance one I'm thinking of, because the fertility dances would also be occurring at these nexus points for the entire landscape. Ooh, the other winter cultist, so let's get you up and running. Alright, boom. Okay. Vitality up and running. And dancing is good cash-wise. Alright, so take a break there for a second. Managed to pass all of it, and you are not looking for us. Excellent. Deep breath, deep breath. Alright. Want to save the club card for when we get back. Alright. Okay, let's see. Erudition. Let's see. That'll get us what we need. And zip through everything else. Boom. Yes. Yes, we're finally gonna get through this expedition. Alright, what do we got? Okay, it's not the final one. No point in taking a nap. Take a deep breath out from no underworld diving at the moment. Not hard up on lore, for sure. When it comes to secret history lore, anyways. Hard up on the other lore at the moment. Okay. Name of the Velvet. Okay, that's not it. So this is where we do our cat dance. And we have her. Excellent. Still need more people, however. There you go. And as I recommend, you want the grim aspect to use winter. Ooh, I'm still saving the card here for... the club card for when we dance for our next skin. Okay, and we got that. Alright, so, name of the Velvet. The blood will bring out the creature they call the Kittling Ripe out of the roots of this house to dance in the night of the stone. My cat self will join it here until all is taught me to the end of all footsteps. So, yeah, we're not getting like regular fertility dances. We are just freaking hanging out with the monsters of the night, and I am actually for this. There it is. Now, I was going to go to the hospital to get this, but there is the rose pearl dust we got on a random drop, which will allow us to create the painting, which is an 8-point tool. And once we get an 8-point lore, we got it. We are going to have our level 10 exalted. In the meantime, however, we need to use one of them to try to get rid of that thing. All right, what else have we got? Some oil, and yeah, we got a lot of pigment. I'm not sure we're going to be using any of this. You never know. We do have an instrument-based stuff. So this tells me that we are going to be doing sickness and not the good detective. I guess he's wandered off board. And so, yeah, we don't have to go to the St. Agnes Hospital, which is a definite drop for the rose dust. Okay, so in that meantime, let's see what is our next step. Well, we do need to get a level 4, level 8. So either we have to get through the gate, which possibly could do with the light one here. It's a 1 in 4 chance is successful. Or we can start working towards trying to build up to our next, to doing our exalted. And I'm kind of for that. This one's going to require an intuition, so I'll need a glimmering. So basically we'll start that particular run. Okay. Deep breath, deep breath. Once we have... Where is the integument one? Ah, there it is. Steps surrendered. The Velvet has taught me what is revealed must first be hidden for its revelations to be any consequence. I've given up my footsteps. Again, notice there are 2 bits of us that are now burned off. Once we get the other 3, well, then we'll see what happens, won't we? Now, the thing is about that the Velvet is the aspect of the wood itself, which is essentially the twilight, the edge of the dark of the nothing that comes under the light that just barely holds images. It's a place where the raw prophet and the moth god itself come from. So Velvet can also be considered a different name for the god of chaos there. All right, so yeah, let's get this together, then we'll do the dance. I'll hold off until we get that one. And well, I've got the vitality to burn, so I'm not that concerned. But you will need, however, possibly more heart in that dance than no. And don't press buttons at random again. Alright, so taking out, holding the club for the moment. Let's see. What do we got? Fascination. Shouldn't be an issue. Just going to be a rumor. White ceremony. Silent. There we are. Silent intensity, level 4. It's ironic that the one skill I need, this one's level 3 still. Could start running in that direction if I really want to. That actually might work. Let's pull this off. In the meantime... well, get vitality the other way. Back to unskilled labor. Oh, back to grinding again. soon as we get our skin reattached, however, we'll be fine. Really, it's the only game I can say things like, well, not the only game. There are the times I'll take my skin off, but those type of games tend to be relatively unpleasant. Alright, let's go. Might accidentally, 10% chance that's going to produce a vitality as well, which is one of the reasons I'm doing it. As well as getting an insane amount of level 4 lore. Boom. The affliction was going to slow us down, unfortunately. Because I have to use, or I can use, yeah, I could just use a fund for crying out loud. Let's go make some money. Ooh, I can't actually. And I don't have to worry about that quite yet, so I guess... Ooh, we're gonna blow that next one good. Alright, so I guess... Let's hold the open soul. That health is not coming back for a bit, so yeah. Let's do some painting. It's been a while. Inspiration. Boom. Memory. Alright, we might not be super great at getting the vitality the first time around, but I will do my darndest. Let's see. Not going to be able to use this for a bit because of that. There's the rumor. There's the mystique. Let's just toss one in, shall we? Feed the furnace of my mind. Should probably keep doing this. Don't think we need colors tonight at the moment. Alright, so definitely need a health soon. Do not want to run low. Erudition. There, boom. Exotic cravings will trigger. And we'll finish our painting in just the right time to be able to keep our job. Ish, that is a lot. That'll become a fund in a moment. That's definitely pumping up smoke as well. And, ooh, well, just in time. And boom. One reveals, one conceals, one reveals. To proceed, I must learn a lesson of concealment. I wonder what that will be. Because the velvet conceals and until it's time to reveal. Okay, put the fund in there. Take the medicine. Do your job. Alright, so that book has been done, but I will also produce some exercise. Back to the dance studio. It's been a while. Been neglecting ourselves. That's just not a good thing. And boom. Steps surrendered. We surrendered our skin, and then we surrendered our steps. Boom. I have grown as dark as I ever will. Shadows are my company, and my footfall is a whisper. I will wear a ring set with jet, and I'll keep the stone tint inward in my palm, invisible. Level 4. So now we have to see if we have enough to get our sacred dance completed. Alright, so keep going, cash-wise. Ooh, did back-to-back, didn't you? Okay, so we got our cash, additional vitality, which is good, but question is, do we have enough to be able to upgrade to the next level? Where did I put that? I hate it when I do that. Ah, well, that's one, but where's the other? Oh, it's here. I can't do that until it's completed and giving me the damn restlessness, so I'll hold off for the moment. I got more than enough time. Ugh, good lord. Passion. Just coming back there. And health. There we go. More nap. Double nap. Just take a nap day. Okay, more vitality. Because if worse comes to worse, we might be able to jump vitality lesson learned is a 2-point heart influence, which should be able to give us what we need. I'll sacrifice it if I have to. Alright, Enid, good. My second knock person. And boom. Start combining lore soon. More vitality. Good. Alright. Same self. The next change I must soften myself. Alright. Also, 2-point... Remember I told you before it's a 2-point influence for heart here. So rather than wasting a vitality, let's see if that can help us, shall we? Okay, so... Club. Scars, which give us a total of 8. The restlessness for influence will give us a total of 10. Then there's the club, there's itself and the purpose. Is it enough? Yes. Tonight I am garbed in soft russet and masked with a fox mask. A tail hangs behind me. Our hunters will need something to snatch at. Tonight I will dance alone and not alone. When I peek out from behind the curtains, many audience members are leaving. Others sit patiently while attendants in black and red bind them to their seats. Ooh, kinky. Anyways, just, helps better than Lust from Beyond. Its results. Yeah, that was the thing. Alright, so... Not much else I can do at the moment except dance. The studying is getting out of hand soon. Put the passion back. Put Enid into the sacred circle. It's always a circle, by the way, never a square. I think Masons may use squares because there's fascination with the foundations of things, and 4 being the foundation of the material world and esoteric lore, and keep exercising. Actually winding down a bit. Okay. And boom. Rare pursuits. Let's not skip past this one. As the music slides into a sly quick-step rhythm, I leap from stage and prowl around about between stage seats. The audience members cry out, snatching at me as I pass, rocking their chairs to reach me. One crashes to the ground as my tail trophy whisks between his fingers, but another seizes it, yanks it free. The attendants bear him backstage so he may receive what he deserves. I slip out of the room to wild applause. Ooh. Was that secret sex, or did they stretch him over an altar, I wonder? Or possibly both. The attendants, only the prize winner sees my other self leave, masked in russet as I slam splendid tail intact. Basically, our guy is Fox, which is a 3 grail, by the way. The fox wanders to the mountain meadow, seeking the flower maker's touch. Ooh, the flower maker, if you recall from our desire thing, is the devourer within the red grail, and it's not something you want to deal with casually, so that's probably going to be kind of an interesting, as they would say, encounter. Good. I think we managed to get away with from not getting more evidence. And yeah, we kind of hit an episode here, but we made some serious progress. We're at level 4. We need to make 2 more expeditions. Now, in order to do that, we're going to have to upgrade our secret histories lore to 8, which I may grind off screen simply because of the sheer amount of effort it's going to take. I also need to get past the Stagdoor's riddles. I'll give that a try with the unmerciful mantra. If that doesn't work, again, we'll be dealing with grinding some basic level 4s. I'll probably do it off screen. Did do the first cut here simply because it's dragging by. And since I'm doing the health, I may come back with level 4 health. I'll let you know if I did that. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this to some degree. This is Fantastic World saying farewell from Lovecraft Country and Cultist Simulator, the Ansel DLC. And if you like this, like, share, subscribe. And of course, once we reach 400 subscribers, which I think is only about 10 away from this recording, we're at 390, we'll go unlock the Priest DLC after this one, although it'll be a brief interruption because I have promised a Darkest Dungeon run of at least 3 episodes in between the 2. And of course, we'll unlock another 3 episodes of Darkest Dungeon if you're into that. I will try to do the next one live. Like I said, the tech issues we're having here, tech issues I'm having at the moment, made it too difficult to do so. The baud rate, whatever you want to call it, the data rate of the transfer was too small to be able to do it properly, and I didn't want to have it jerking around for the recording purposes. So, but hopefully that'll be cleared up by next time. And of course, if you really like what I do, down below are links to the Gumroad payment platform, and there are supporter unlocks, the next one being an additional monthly episode to be voted on by supporters, which would include anything from additional live episode for whichever game you like, lore episode for this or Secret World. There's no real lore for the Darkest Dungeon. And of course, I've also offered my real life paranormal stories. Used to be a bit of a parapsychologist, which kind of the scientific version of a ghost hunter these days, only with less yelling and more observation. Any case, so I will see you next time.